Hi, this is Steve Muller from Keller Williams Realty South Park and Team Steve in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I want to give you an update on the Mecklenburg County real estate market and what we've seen in August 2013 compared to August 2012. First, I'm going to start with closed sales. Closed sales were up 18.1% in that amount of time. 1,576 homes closed in August. Pending sales went up 20.6%. Over 1,400 homes went under contract in August 2013. New listings were actually up 15.6%, which tells me that sellers that have been interested in selling are now putting their homes on the market. However, those new homes that have been put on the market are not keeping up with the amount of pending and closed sales that we've seen. The average sales price is up 11.9% to just over $255,000. And finally, the homes for sale is down 25.5%. So like I said earlier, the new listings are increasing, but we're actually still seeing a decline in the amount of homes for sale because there are a lot more buyers out there looking for homes. Now, for those of you who don't keep up with the financial markets, please be aware that the mortgage interest rates have been a little bit volatile lately. Today, they're sitting at 4 5/8, but I've seen them close to 5% and even down towards 4.5%. And over the last year, we've seen them much, much lower. So those have been pretty volatile recently. So what do I think is going on with the market right now? Well, what I'm starting to see is just a little bit of a slowdown. Now, the stats that I just talked about do not indicate that, but I'm starting to see a bit of a slowdown, and I think a lot of that's because of interest rates. There's a lot of uncertainty out there. Now, 4 5/8 for an interest rate is still extremely good historically, but when we saw them in the 3% range, 3.5% range over the past year, now that 4 5/8% looks pretty high. So when I say a slowdown in the market, I don't necessarily mean that we're going to see a strong buyer's market like we saw over the past few years. I think we're just going to end up stabilizing a little bit. Charlotte, I feel like, has been in a bit of a frenzy over the past 6 months. It seems like everything's been selling that's on the market, but now I think we're going to see just a little bit more of a steady market. I feel like we're going to continue to see that for quite some time, and then as we start to see the interest rates stabilize as well, which they have not been over the past few months, we'll probably start to see more buyers come out of the market. I think a lot of people are starting to wait to see if the interest rates come back down. Personally, I don't think we're going to see rates back under 4%. I think we're going to see it hold in that 4.5% range, but obviously the markets dictate that, and the Fed also dictates that, depending on if they increase the interest rates or not. So in closing, if you're thinking about selling your home in Mecklenburg County, there still is a great opportunity for you to do that. I mean, the stats I just talked about are stellar. If you're a buyer, it's still going to be pretty competitive out there, so be aware of that. However, if you are a buyer, you can still buy a home at the bottom of the market, and if you're a seller, especially if you're looking to upgrade to maybe a larger home, it's a great time to buy that larger home. As always, I hope this information helps you out. My name is Steve Muller with Keller Williams Realty South Park and Team Steve in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I hope to speak with you soon.